please say no if the answer is no, which is fine. But do you guys want to talk for like 10 to 15 minutes about the J-Lo movie?
I would love that.
We could absolutely do that.
Whenever someone asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, my answer was always in love.
Okay, so I think we got to just get into it. This is me, ... now. The J-Lo musical Fantasia film. What is your reaction to this?
One of the things, and I wanted to get to this earlier, I feel like my favorite thing, I love to engage with music as a cultural kind of totem, right? As not necessarily like a song or a piece of music, but as like an element of pop culture, right? Not maybe all Bruce Springsteen songs, but like the idea of like a Bruce Springsteen concert or something like that, right?
Of course. Right.
J-Lo? This J-Lo thing totally fits all of the categories with which I love to engage with modern pop music. I was blown away by this thing. It is so bizarre.
Yes.
I loved it.
I've seen a lot of people talking about, like, even positively, but talking about how it's bad and it looks bad. And, like, I don't know that I agree with that. I think this is good and it looks good. And I'm glad she made it. And it's, like, not that ironic. There are things that are bad about it, but I think on the whole, there's interesting stuff going on here.
I find it like, you go, Kev. You just took your glasses off. You gotta go.
No, it's fine. If you told me that there was a J-Lo, it's a movie of an album with it's just a bunch of music videos, but one of the music videos is in like a wacky steampunk like love factory that like, and there's like this zigzag choreography, and that the whole thing cost $20 million, I wouldn't believe you.
Of her
This
own
is the
movie.
Godzilla minus one of celebrity vanity projects with the efficiency for the money paid.
I love the audacity of this.
Yeah.
I just like the full audacity to do this is cuckoo bananas for me. And I think that I don't dislike J-Lo. Like, I think she's interesting. I've engaged with her more as an actor than a musician.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I know Jenny from the Block, but I haven't really listened to a lot of her music.
Right.
I think if this was an artist I like loved was doing this, I would be pissing my pants. Like, if this was like Lady Gaga or something, like I would be obsessed with the 1 hour like music video film, which like Marry the Night is one of my favorite things in the entire world because it's a short film pretty much. I think the one downside for me is I could not like hum you the tune of a song in this. Because it was all to me very generic pop beats.
Yeah.
Like I didn't hear a song and it didn't say like scream J-Lo to me, I guess, which is the downside of it. But yeah, like it's so goofy. It relies on you knowing, like, encyclopedically everyone she's ever dated. When it turns to, I actually have to love my inner child, you're like, oh my God. Like, if anything, I'm just happy for her. I'm like, I'm glad you got back with your man and that now you realize self-love is also, like, I'm just happy for her. I wish the songs were a bit more memorable, but I actually think it looks expensive. Like, I don't think it looks that bad. It's her Speed Racer. I saw someone go like, it's her Cloud Atlas. She's here to just
really
do whatever. Like, like vibes.
I had watched like Into the Heart Factory, whatever that is.
Right.
But I was like, my girlfriend was like doing something in the kitchen. I was like, you have to stop what you're doing. I'm going to start this over and we're going to watch it. We got right back to exactly where I was. We stopped the thing. Hey, like J-Lo's kind of mid, right? And then we had a 10-minute conversation where we pulled out the wiki and we started going through the songs. And it's like, that's got a good hook. That's the nicest thing I can say is like the hooks are great. They, Jenny from the Block right in my head.
Beautiful gowns, great gowns.
Honestly, it is really giving beautiful gowns, great gowns, but like so's the movie.
I also probably should watch this again because I was under the influence of weed. And we were trying to make those Pillsbury cookies. And like those little ones that are so pale that you can never tell when they're cooked.
Yeah.
So we were pausing, like my friend was over and we were all watching it and we paused a million times while I tried to get these Pillsbury cookies cooked. So I probably should watch it again. I maybe didn't give it my full attention and love probably, but I did see most of it.
I did not watch it. I feel like I could probably have skirted through this conversation pretending like I had because I'm pretty good at that in general. And
I thought you watched it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff about it. This is the thing, Scott, is like I will recommend things to people not having seen them because the cultural impact I know about that, like I know they would like it. So I'm like very good at kind of like getting through that. But anyway, I just want to say that like hearing this discussion, hearing all the discussion online, like this is the most Leo thing anyone has ever done. Like,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
if you were a multimillionaire and you are J-Lo and you are a Leo, like everyone would be making this movie if they have the means to do so because they just want to get themselves out there and be like, isn't this great? Isn't this incredible that like this is my life. This is what I'm good at, like all this kind of stuff. So very happy for her in that respect too, which is like fulfilling a Leo's dream of that. And
Yeah.
I think that's like a very cool like impact that she's able to have too. So
What does she have against Capricorns and Aquarius? Because we're not in the Zodiac Council. I'm an Aquarius. We're not in the Zodiac Council for some reason, and I'm pissed.
she also hates Virgos. She like fires her dancers if they're Virgos. And
Yes.
I'm a Virgo, which I
There's a
take
joke about that.
Yeah, okay. I take offense to that. So
She breaks up with an abusive boyfriend in the
Okay.
first like half, and then she says makes a comment about Virgos, and I thought that he was supposed to be Mark Anthony, but then Mark Anthony isn't a Virgo, so I don't know what's going on.
yeah. Well, Virgo men are the worst, but I take offense to that like that like Virgos are in general the worst. So anyway.
Yeah, I think you should watch it. I think anyone out there listening should watch it. It's incredible.
It's just an hour.
It's just an hour. I suggest following it up with All That Jazz, the Bob Fosse film, which is what my girlfriend and I did when we watched it, because it is also like a sort of semi-autobiographical portrait of an artist grappling with their love and sex addiction in a very bombastic and overindulgent way. And I think they make a great pairing. So that's my recommendation to all.
This is J-Lo's All That Jazz confirmed.
J-Lo's All That Jazz. Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
endeared by her and Ben Affleck. I cannot tell a lie.
Yeah.
I'm endeared by their weird public relationship, and like that the new Dunkin' commercial he's in
So
is
good.
low-key a crossover event with this film because
Yeah.
like the poster is behind J-Lo in the commercial. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I cannot help but be endeared by these weird. Like I'm like, oh, it is kind of romantic that they came back to one another. Like I can't help but be kind of like caught up in it.
I'm not sure why he's playing like a crazy, like maybe right-wing
Yeah.
talk show host in this movie, but
He's
I
Casper.
feel like that's a character at home that they wanted
yeah,
to bring to the big
it
screen.
must be. It must be. A thing.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
I've got one. Everybody's got an Alex Jones impression. So
That's funny.
I looked at the track list while we were talking about it, and I could not, again, like, couldn't even get to like what the visuals, the second half of the thing. It all melts together.
I remember thinking that the songs were good at the time, though. You know, I don't remember.
They do
them,
what they need
but-
to do. I think also the last thing I want to say, justice for Io Debris, because she had to apologize to J-Lo for
Oh
saying that her
my
singing
God.
music
Stupid.
was a scam when it clearly is. And like she said no lies in that, and it was like touted like she was like being mean to J-Lo, but she was just saying that like how does J-Lo get this like amazing singing career when she doesn't like write stuff? She brings in people to like sing like her songs half the time or like feature with her, and not a lie was told. So
Yeah, and Kath, you and I talked about this. Like, I agree with Io as a J-Lo fan. Like, it's not.
right.
It's not like, oh,
it's not
J-Lo's a
mutually
scam.
exclusive.
I don't like her.
Right.
It's J-Lo's a scam. That's why I like her.
Yeah, she's
You know?
incredible. She's the most Leo that's ever lived. Like I just love it, and I think we should celebrate that. And yes, I would call myself a JLo fan for that alone as well. As like she's very clearly like fulfilling her destiny that she wanted for herself. So love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, thank you so much for talking about the J-Lo movie. Everyone should go see it. This is me, ... now.
Colon, a love story.
Colon, a love story.